Hello everybody, it's Mila and welcome to my channel. It's time for another video. This video will be all about my Hobonichi and all the supplies that I love using. I guess we can call it my favorite supplies to use on my Hobonichi. I received a couple of questions regarding this cover for my A6 Hobonichi. Okay, so this is the cover that I bought together with the planner. So I bought this from the website. I will post a link down below where I purchased my Hobonichi techo. But also the good thing about the Hobonichi is now you can buy it from Amazon. So I will try to find the link and we'll try to post it down there below also, where you can order this planner from Amazon. So I have two sizes of the Hobonichi, which is the A5 and the A6 size. So this is the A5, and the A5 is what I'm using for my business planner. So this is what it looks like. This is the month of December. I kind of didn't really decorate that much, but this is the month of January, and this is what my weekly looks like. So, and this is what this week looks like. And then my daily is, there's no decoration at all. But this was my vision board, and this is my daily. I mean, really, it's just stuff that I need to do, you know? So I can't really show that because there's a lot of personal information in those, lots of customer orders and things like that. So anyways, I received a question about the cover, which is the notebook cover PM size. This is the Louis Vuitton notebook cover, and I will post a link down below also where you can buy it. But I switched it to the original cover that I got from the Hobonichi website, and it's so pretty. It has some small pockets over here, more pockets here. Oh yeah, before I move on. Okay, so for you to be able to use this notebook cover from Louis Vuitton itself, as you can see over here, I had to cut the Hobonichi here and there. So I'm not into measuring and things like that. So I'm always winging things. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to cut it here. I'm like, oh, it still doesn't fit. So I just cut a little bit more here. But for you to be able to use this notebook cover in PM size, you will have to cut the back side, because what I do is when I use this cover, I only put the back flap over here and then I don't put the front. So let's just show you real quick so you can see. All right, let's go here, put that on the side real quick, and then so here you just put it in, and then it would just fit perfectly. See? And then push it in to make sure that, you know, it just snuggled in there. So there, this is how I use it. I don't put this over there. You can if you want to, but then you're gonna have to cut those sides too. And I think I just like this one, so when I need to change covers, and I can just easily pull it out and then put it in another cover, you know. And plus, I don't know, I like that kind of leathery style over there. And so Hobo 2017, and that's all. So anyways, I'm sure that you guys have been seeing some of my past videos, and if not, I will post a link down below too to the playlist of my Hobonichi process. So this is my Hobonichi, and I'm using this as my art journal, and I've been doing third day, and I'm gonna have to do the fourth day today. But so far I have the vision board, the first day, the second day, and the third day. So I just started this January, and my favorite marker would be the Tombow Fudenosuke pen. This is a question that I get asked a lot. What marker did you use? What marker do you use for your hand lettering? What marker do you use for your drawings and things like that? So this is Tombow Fudenosuke pen, and it comes in two types. It's blue, which is the hard nib, and the green, which is the softer nib, more flexible. If you're new into brush pens, I suggest that you try the blue first, because it's more, I think, yeah, you get a better control with a harder nib. But again, it just truly depends on who's using it. For me, the blue is easier to use. It's I get a much better control. But for some of you, the green might be easier to use since it's a more flexible, more softer nib. So truly, I would probably just buy both and then try for yourself which one, which one works better. But this is my ultimate go-to pens, markers. It's my favorite. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot, but I will also try to post the links down below. And then when it comes to coloring, I use watercolors, I use markers like the Tombow dual brush pens. So I have the set, which is, I could be wrong, I think there's a 91 pieces to it. I don't remember, but that's what I have. And then I also use the Zig Clean Color markers, Clean Color Real Brush is what it says. And these markers react to water. So for example, I will put this in here, okay, and then I will put the Zig, okay. So we have two different markers here. One is a Tombow and that is a Zig. And I have just a plain water brush pen from Prima Marketing. So I have this in different sizes, small, medium, large. So this has water inside, okay? Okay, and then I will just go through there and try to blend the two colors. And see, it just works just like a watercolor. So if you don't really want to go dip to get the colors, but look, I'm going to show you the difference. Let's look at it real quick so we can compare two. So look at the Tombow. The Tombow leaves that mark where we laid down the color of the marker. See how it stayed in there? But look at how the Zig, you actually moved the color. See how you can barely see where we lay down the marker? And with the Tombow, you can see that part where we drew, with the marker. So if you would like to consider that, I mean, take that into consideration that it would do that. But I like them both. I mean, sometimes I use the Tombow just a marker and I don't use water to blend it. I mean, I use it just a marker. But the Zig, I believe, just works much better with the water. I think it reacts better with water. And I'm actually going to purchase the 80 pieces, Zig markers from Amazon also. So that's on my wish list. So that's on my wish list. I will post also the link down below so you guys can check it out, and maybe you can put it on your wish list too. So anyways, but those are the things that I love using. Sometimes I use the Micron pens, and sometimes I use the the Copic multi-liner. So I have the Microns and the Copic multi-liner. The reason why I love these pens is because they are waterproof, so you can use it with watercoloring. And as you can tell, I love to use a lot of watercolors in my drawings. So those are good pens to consider. Even the Tombows are waterproof, so yes, I can use that with watercolor as well. So when it comes to watercolors, I love the Prima Marketing Confections watercolors. I have 5 sets, and I'm not going to go through all the colors, but these watercolors are so highly saturated. It's a great color payoff. I mean, really, you just dip a little and wow, the colors are just pretty amazing. How about if we try just a little bit so you guys can tell? Again, my brush has a water, so I'm just gonna press it a little bit to get some water. And I'm just gonna dip, dip, dip. Oh, we're gonna go color this in over here. Wow, that's so pretty. Truly. So favorite watercolor would be this, but you know, if you're just a beginner, you don't really have to invest in expensive watercolors and things like that. If just my opinion, if you're just would like to try out new things or would like to try out new techniques when it comes to coloring and you're new to watercolors, I would just try, you know, just a cheap watercolor from Michael's or Hobby Lobby or from any art supplies. I suppose you can buy it online. Try something, you know, that's cheap first until you get the hang of using watercolor. Then when you feel like, okay, it's now time to upgrade, then, you know, then of course, by all means, do so. So here's another one product that I love to use on my Hobonichi, and this is from Prima marketing as well. This is watercolor pencils. Yes, it's watercolor and a colored pencil together. So it says here, use them with a wet brush or dip the pencil in water and draw. But how I love to use it is, I love to just, hold on one second, I'm sorry. Let me just take that out. I love to just use it as a colored pencil, and then like what we did with the markers is I will just use the brush pen to blend it in. So where is our brush pen? Over here. Ooh. Let me just clean my brush real quick to not have the orange. There you go. And then now we can just use it here. So as you can see, the colored pencil or the pencil reacts to the water and it works just like a watercolor. There you go. But to be honest with you, I hardly use it ever as a watercolor. I love using it as a colored pencil. And when I want watercolors, then I just, you know, reach out for the Confections watercolors and then I use that as a colored pencil. But anyways, where did my camera go? I'm sorry about that. But yeah, but anyways, those are the things that I really love to use. So starting from the markers, we have the Tombow Fudenosuke, and I use the Copic multi-liner. I use the Micron. I use the Prima colored watercolor Confections, and I use the Prima watercolor pencils, and then I use the Prima water brush pen. So if you have any other questions, I hope I covered it, you know, well enough. But if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I will try to get back with you as quickly as possible. And again, thank you so much for being a part of my small community here on YouTube, and I really do appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.